Hi, this is Naveen Ferguson. Welcome to the channel. So glad to have you here. Okay, so this is a tarot card reading channel where I offer general card readings, money and career readings, love readings, and for a limited time, personal readings. For the personal readings, you can see more information in the description box below. For the money and career and love readings, you'll have to consider becoming a Patreon member, which really does help the growth and development of the channel. There's a lot of things I plan to offer you, and with your support, we can get there. When it comes to the YouTube channel, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and please leave comments. I would love to know if the readings are helping you. Okay, thank you for being here once more, and let's get into your reading. Okay, Scorpio, hi. This is Naveen Ferguson. Welcome to the channel. We will be doing your money and career reading for the time frame of September the 1st to September the 26th of 2025. Scorpio, I am still dealing with some technological difficulties, so it is my intent to keep this reading to 30 minutes because I run the serious risk of actually losing the recording if I go too far beyond 30 minutes. I mean, give and take, I was able to get away with like 40 minutes, but after 40 minutes, it's kind of iffy. So I've actually also already shuffled all of these beforehand. I'm just doing a little quick shuffle once more. Please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and also please feel free to leave comments. I would like to know if the readings are helping you, and also please subscribe, because once my YouTube gets to 1,000 subscribers or more, I'll be able to open up a membership page and offer the same things I do on my Patreon page, also on my YouTube page. And speaking of my Patreon page, when it comes to the love readings and the money and career readings, in order to see the extended readings to them, you will have to consider becoming a Lotus tier Patreon member. I have 2 tiers there on my Patreon page. One is the key membership tier, the other is the Lotus membership tier. They each have their caveats, and I definitely want to do more. So with your help, we can get there. Okay, so let's get into your reading. This is a money and career reading for Scorpio for the time frame of September the 1st to September the 26th of 2025. Let's see what's going on. Okay, the King of Swords. This is excellent. So Scorpio, it seems like you're very... It's interesting because I'm sensing more of a fugue of sorts right now. It's almost like... It feels almost like you're a bit on autopilot, just going through certain motions of criterias or agendas that have to be addressed within your money and career aspects of aspirations or goals or processes, certain things that require your focused attention right now. And a lot of it seems in an aspect of quote unquote routine. So it's kind of like taking up the time or space or your calendar, whereby you can't necessarily focus on perhaps the building blocks of your financial or career life at this time, at the moment. But what is garnering your attention is also very much an aspect of the building blocks which are further important and do support your life in some way. And that's really more so relegated to these responsibilities that you have to basically address. Like you can't put them aside. They just require your attention now. And that's why it's almost like it's on a almost like it's a routine, like it's a kind of like you don't necessarily have to think about it. You're on autopilot to do things that need to be done. So, for example, what's coming through is some of you, and this also makes sense, it's getting close to or around that time where kids have to go back to school. So even though you may be wanting to deal with certain aspects and aspirations of your development of your life, if you have children, for example, there are responsibilities that you have to address regarding them going back to school. You see what I mean? So in one aspect, it is a building block of your life. But on another hand, when it comes to certain, like, very targeted personal things, they may have to be on hold at the moment. And dealing with your children, for example, is almost like autopilot, because they have to go to school, they have to get the uniforms for some. If your school has uniforms, they have to get their school books. You have to know what perhaps the syllabus is, or the whole calendar system for parent-teacher conference and all that kind of stuff, orientation, stuff like that. So that's what's happening. I feel like right now you're still addressing varying responsibilities that continues to run your kingdom, okay, efficiently, fluently, but it's not necessarily like you get to fully target certain things that you would like to further along to build a certain aspect of the motions of your personal career and livelihood in certain ways, just because these other things that make aspects of your world, of your life, require your attention at this time. I hope that makes sense. That was an example. It could very well be your story. And I'm also sensing, and it really is coming towards as a fugue. It's like oxymoronic, because it's like your mind is like your essence. It's like there's a heavy, like, tired, but still you have the energy to do so. It's very complex. I'll say that, because it's almost like you're not thinking, but yet clearly you are thinking. You're just on autopilot right now. Yeah, if that makes any sense to you. I know everybody's situation is a bit different, because everybody has differing responsibilities and all that kind of stuff. But that's the energy that's coming through with your money and career, at least for the time frame of this reading, and what's coming through with the King of Swords energy. Further clarification, yeah, the Death card. You're it's like this new cycle that is requiring your attention, because there's this old cycle that you're finishing up or leaving behind. And we can literally go back to that example that I gave, whereby if you have children, for example, they're going back into school, so you're going back into this new routine. Well, it's new, but it's similar, they may be going to another grade. Some of you may be now introducing to the new aspects of perhaps college prep or something like that. This is an example. Again, it could be your story, but like they're out of the primary understanding now, and they're going into high school, or like summer's over now, and you're going into the next level of growth momentum in something that is routine, quote unquote, but not routine. Like, it's still brand new, but yet in certain respects it's not. And that's just the complex fugue that's going on right now. The Death card is letting you know that the old ways of varying things, maybe the way that you had to deal with certain past situations in your livelihood, in your money and career, for the talk of this reading, they're dying away. There is this transition that is currently happening in your world to introduce this new aspect of your life of living. It's actually going to be bringing in more growth and more aspirations, more abundance, more opportunity is what's coming through, more momentum, more critical thinking, especially when it comes to the King of Swords, more opportunity to advance, to make things more efficient, to really strategize and plan towards this next expansion in your life, in your world. But it's almost like you're in this, you're in the middle, like, tier, like transitioning over. So the newness, the new wave of these things can be a bit daunting, but you are handling it quite well, actually. It's just like you know how sometimes the sea, when it comes in and it meets the sand, and it creates that foam, like the shore, and it makes that foam, but then after a little while then it clears out and becomes clear again. That's this ebb and flow type thing that's happening every time the water breaks in to create new waves. It's something like that. But expect that after you get through this, it makes the way for more steadiness, for you to introduce the next aspects of the development of your money and career. Because once certain things are just placed in line with the King of Swords, which requires a certain level of responsibility that you're addressing, then you can see much more clearer and how to hit the next hurdles or the next advancement that you're aiming for. This is a somewhat heavy, complex energy. It's not simple, and it's definitely not going to be handled entirely in the time frame of this reading. This is just what's happening with you right now. Further clarification. Yeah, Queen of Wands. So, like I said, you'll eventually start to get back into like hitting the passions and these particular goals that you have for yourself, such as the Queen of Wands, really getting back into those momentums that you might have initially started, but had to just take a pause and really focus on a particular responsibilities that needed your attention in your kingdom, with the King of Swords. But once that's cleared, then you'll get to start hitting the passions of your kingdom and a certain lifestyle once more, and further developing, further expanding, like I said, with the Queen of Wands. She's the one who's going to be very focused on those next passions, on those next developments of goals and initiatives and social dynamics and garnering those particular networking capabilities and really putting your hands on action oriented. Okay? There is this new thing that is developing in your life, especially in your money and career world, as you're reassessing after you handle certain responsibilities. But there is a new development to your life that's happening. You don't have a full aspect of how that looks just yet, is what I'm hearing. Okay? But it is developing. And again, it will become clear once you finish dealing with whatever responsibilities that are currently requiring your attention. Okay? There is some strong new developments that's happening, and you're going to be free to pursue that and probably adjust certain things to pursue that. But right now, it may not be as clear. But know that it will become clear, and it will make things even more so brand new. I sense for a lot of you, you may then start garnering an aspect of, or certain things in your life are totally transitioning to a new element, and you will have to, like, life will be lived and moving in a way that that's just kind of brand new to you. You have it's similar, yet it's not similar. It'll make more sense as you go on your journey, on whatever is developing in your life after, again, you handled your particular responsibilities. Further clarification, further insight into that line, and we have, message of concern. There's just a certain understanding that is just requiring your attention at this time, and that's what and again, it doesn't have to be like a negative concern. I don't sense a negative concern. Again, going back to the example, what I gave you at school, I think it's a very appropriate example, especially for the time frame of the reading. Message of concern. This is like something that requires your attention right now. That's literally all that I've been saying. Let's see what else is happening for your money and career. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles. This is you making sure that all of the requirements are fairly just, bills are paid, partnerships are reasonably assessed, if things are going fairly, whether this is in your own budgeting for your own business, or even if you're in a environment of collaboration, or your time management, your calendar system. This could be for varying investments, making sure things are in their proper place and proper course. You have enough to facilitate X, Y, and Z. This is making sure that you're being treated fairly on the job, or something like that. Just getting things in order so that you can further plan towards your growth and momentum. Okay, making sure things are sound, it's fair, it's reliable, stuff like that. Okay, which makes perfect sense, because you are going to be. There's a new foundation that's happening here. Further clarification. Yeah, the 10 of Swords. Just like the Death card, like I said, there's certain things are just kind of dying away. Okay, it's not going to be repeated. Some of you might have gone through certain critical elements whereby, with the responsibilities that needed to be tackled, it might have been daunting. It might have been stressful. For some people, it might have been a bit more harsher than not. Okay, but once that is done with, and there is coming to an end, things are going to be looking like. I don't want to necessarily say looking up, because I'm not feeling that. I'm just feeling that there's a certain aspect of pain or frustration or suffering of sorts, having to go through certain ordeals, and that's going to be done with. Okay, maybe labor intensive things, maybe a loan that's finally satisfied, or something like that, where you're just going to be free now to reestablish your own foundations, so that you can build up. It was kind of painful in certain respects, but that's leaving now. Okay, there's this new development in your career and in your finances that's happening. Further clarification. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Literally, further speaking towards this, as you reestablish and moving into this new aspect of your foundations, and dealing with certain things that just require your immediate attention, okay, and just finally ending certain things from the past, and really getting to introduce this new way of life, you will find that you will have more favor, more time for yourself, more peace. There's just more clarity that's coming through, more opportunities now, that you're not going to be bogged down by certain things, or irritated by certain things anymore in your financial world. Don't have to. You have more free financial capabilities. There will just be a breath of optimism and more confidence that's coming through, especially with your own personal directions, such as, like I said, if you're doing your own business, dealing with clientele, if you're looking towards gaining more experience towards a promotion or something like that, better opportunities when it comes to collaboration, whatever it is that's happening for you. And that's definitely coming through because of this adjustment that's happening in your life, and some type of hold up or setback or kind of grief or annoyance or something that kind of you had to fight through and get through to get to this stage. Okay, some of you, even when it comes to certain aspects of support, you were disappointed by certain people, and you're just cutting things off. It's like you're done with that, and you're taking things more so in your own hands, and really making sure that moving forward, that it makes sense for you. I hope this is making sense, because it is not a simple thing that's coming through, it's simple and not simple at the same time. It's like you know what to do. It's clear as day from point A to point B to point C, but there are other things outside of your control that you just had to tolerate and deal with. But you're making certain major adjustments in your life whereby you won't have to, those things won't have to come up anymore. Those disappointments won't have to come up anymore. And those things that stalled you, maybe took you by surprise, you're laying certain new ground rules, certain adjustments. You're going to be reestablishing your life, and the opportunities are that's happening. And especially when you finish with these particular responsibilities that require your attention, this is going to free you up to really facilitate a new way of being. Okay, and the universe is clearly supporting this. Further insight into that line. Yeah, courthouse. I literally just finished saying that. You're clearing up certain things. It could be legal. It could be leaving an environment. It could be leaving a contract. It could be maybe some of you are getting a contract that's going to change everything for the best possible way in your favor, so that you could finally get that investment and move forward in something, or you're getting your certification finally and you can reassess whatever the situation is. But there is going to be a resolution towards this, that, remember, the Ten of Swords, that takes away the certain struggles that you had to go through and give you a much more fair and more balanced opportunity moving forward, okay? Especially with the Six of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune there. So let's continue on. Let's see what else is happening. And we have, the Ten of Wands. This is like the end of that, and that's why I felt similar energies with the Ten of Swords. That's why it wasn't like, per se, a certain aspect of like extreme negative energy in certain respects, but it kind of felt like way in certain respects. But also with the Ten of Wands, you're like what I just finished saying not too long ago. It's like laying down these burdens. That's what the Ten of Wands is. It like you've facilitated something, you've finished something, it's over with. You're cycling out of it. You're going to be moving on to much more. I don't want to say necessarily that you won't have any more challenges. You'll have more challenges that suits your growth and experience and stuff like that. But certain things that you've gone through and gained the experience, you've overcome, you don't have to do it anymore, okay? A lot of you, in certain respects, are going to be leaving an institution or foundations of sorts and going to a new foundation, traveling of sorts, expanding, like I said. But whatever it is that you had to go through and complete and satisfy to bring in this new reality, it's about to come to the absolute finish line of it. Okay, and it's worth it. It was worth it. Like I said, certain things here, it's like the responsibility that you had to deal with in order that you can then next pursue your next aspects of your life, of your development, of your world. Okay, further clarification. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. There we go. This is you now exploring that new path and this new journey that you're still kind of nurturing. Okay, you're still going to gain new experiences, certain new challenges you're going to overcome with the Knight of Wands. You're going to become more familiar with varying things, new ways of being, new entities, people, groups, whatever the situation is, for the understanding towards recognizing how best you should go about with your growth, with your money and career and whatever have you. But you're going to be excited about this journey, and you're going to feel very empowered by it. You're going to have a good level of confidence because you've overcome, you've gained the experience. You've done what you needed to and garnered what you needed in order to move confidently now in this next phase of what's happening in your world. Further clarification. Yeah, the Seven of Wands. This is that investment that's still kind of being nurtured, being developed, okay? And it's not going to go in vain, and you're being encouraged to continue your efforts, continue to work, because you will gain exponential harvest or growth eventually from this. Like, none of your labor is in vain. And I said that before. Certain aspects of what you had gone through, that's done with, And like I told you, you're going to meet these new challenges that are coming up that are for your benefit. And it's clearly showing it again with the Seven of Wands. But you're ready and well prepared with the Knight of Wands on which to navigate these new developments that will be happening in your life. It's going to further correspond with the Queen of Wands over here. It's a lot of Wands energy, right? A lot of working energy, you know? You're going to be diligently pursuing this new life and development after you finish setting down this required foundation, okay? And I said that when certain things get this ability that is required, that certain things that just requires your focus, then you get to be free to then personally pursue like your personal world, okay? And some of you, this could even be finishing up a contract, getting what is due to you so that you can have the great foundation of finances and resources, whatever, especially with the courthouse, so that you can invest into this next stage of things, okay? Further insight, and we have Thief. So beware of this momentum that's going to be happening here. It's going to be clear for people to see because the Knight of Wands, you're in the limelight of sorts. You're going to be meeting with people and stuff like that. Use your discernment so you're not taken advantage of, especially when people see that you're on the move, okay? Let's see what else is happening. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles, and I sense this energy very similar coming through when I saw the Six of Pentacles there. The Four of Pentacles. This is someone who has that foundation together. Like I told you, we were forming it. Like everything, like the calendar is in place. This is like the grounding is stable. Okay, for you to now really focus and consider how best to use your finances, how best to save, who to involve in this dynamic or project or whatever it is, have you, making sure everything is in its place, the right credentials, the right time management, all that kind of stuff. This is being very prudent and wise with your finances and resources. Further clarification, yeah, the Nine of Cups, because you will get this wish fulfillment. Clearly, it wasn't like overnight, like I said, but there is this wish fulfillment towards your efforts that you want, and you will be getting that. But I'm sensing in order to further that along, prudency, the wise dynamics, gingerly moving forward, not rushing, making sure everything's in its right place, patience in certain respects, and you're exercising that, you will be getting the fruits of your labor. Okay, the Nine of Cups. This is a wish fulfillment that will be coming through, and I sense for a lot of you, it's towards a little bit of the end of September, and I sense a little bit of that development of it in the early parts of October, interestingly enough. But it's like the next juncture point. It's not the whole thing is what I'm sensing, but there's a critical juncture point. That's when you're also going to be reassessing your finances, your resources at that time, when you get to this place right here, which is developing through the time frame of the reading. But there's this movement like forward. This is like in development of something more grand is what's coming through. Okay, it's not like all of your dreams and goals regarding this particular subject matter, this new lifestyle, whatever, is going to be covered in the entire time frame of this reading. I don't sense that, but this is that strong foundations towards that development. Okay, further clarification. Yeah, see the Star card, and this literally says what I literally just finished saying. The Nine of Cups and the Star card, these are major wish fulfillment cards, especially because of your diligence, your maturity, your tenacity with the Four of Pentacles, your wisdom, you're really nurturing what you have, being responsible, stuff like that. The Star card, at the end of this particular understanding, you'll be renewed, you'll be regenerated, you'll see evidence of your efforts. And this is turning your dreams into reality as well with the Star card, okay? And you'll be shining. Again, you watch out for thieves who may want to take advantage of your success and your growing success, okay? But your dreams are coming true in this regard, okay? So it's a major wish fulfillment. So there is a major thing that's going to be coming to light, more so towards the end, but I don't sense it's the encapsulation of the grand design. But you will be seeing evidence of your of this finally this change that's happening after you've finished certain responsibilities and this new foundation that's forming. You will see the evidence of all your efforts. Okay? So there is this great abundance that's further going to be developing. I sense a lot of you, because the death card there, your lifestyle is going to be changing. You're going to start thinking differently as well. Everything is not going to be entirely clear yet. You're being encouraged to focus on the physicalities and your actions at this time in order to further pursue this dream element that you want to come true. It's a juncture point, but it's a major victory for you. Okay, further insight into that line. Yeah, main male. Continue focusing on who you envision yourself to become, because it is going to be happening right here. Okay, and again, because of this success, a lot of eyes are going to be on you in one way or the other. So Scorpio, we're going to now get into your extended. The extended will have the clarification, it will have the insight, it will have the angel messages. I encourage you to, after each line, please rewind back, cross-reference, see what was said, and see what time it is. That is, we're at the 30-minute mark now. I'm gonna have to speed through this, give you the meat, of course, just the main thing. Please consider becoming a Lotus Chair Patreon member in order to see the extended. Otherwise, I do wish you the best, Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpio, let's get into your extended reading and let's see what's happening here. And we have, the Ace of Pentacles, which is not surprising because, especially on this line, please rewind back and see what was said. There is this, after you conclude certain things that are required that you just have to do, there is this new abundant energy, this next cycle, this change, this shift, with the death card especially. There's this offer that may be coming through because you got certain things together that were required. Okay, could have been a finalizing a certification or something like that. Finalizing a product so you can get the investment. This is that major offer that's coming through that's really going to ignite this major change, this major opportunity, this ability for you to focus on your money and career, this collaboration or whatever it is. And it's also in part because of your efforts, and the universe is allowing this offer to come to you and offering it to you yourself. Some of you, this is because of your efforts, whereby the clientele grows and it overwhelms you in such a positive way. Some of you, this is like that investor or that business deal or that investment or that promotion, whatever the situation is. But it's going to require a new level of thinking, of focus, and expectation of yourself, especially what's coming through. And you will make this happen. You can do this. There will be some legal understandings you have to deal with to garner certain things, but there's a lot of things looking up. But you just have to finish certain preliminary things that require a certain attention, and you will. Further clarification, see, Page of Wands, I actually don't need to say it again. It's literally that opportunity that's finally coming through. You're able to move forward now. It's something that's very passionate, that you want, very committed and very excited. And again, it touches on the Queen of Wands energy. Queen of Wands energy is very passionate with this Page of Wands. This is like a grand offer, like a great. This is what you want. Okay, this is what you've worked for. This is what you've dreamt for, and it's like everything that you would have had to go through is showing to be worth it. Even certain things that may have come across unfair, but you just had to do it, and it's just it's not going to take away any of your joy, because once you finish with it, it's like going to be so uplifting, and you just cannot wait to just get moving. Further clarification. Thank you, universe. See, there you go. The Seven of Swords. So some of you, because of this opportunity and this change, especially again, I'm thrown to the Death card there, and the Court and the Queen of Wands there. It's offering you the opportunity to leave a situation on certain respects. Some of you may be leaving ways of doing business or lifestyle or a business or collaboration or a contract that you might have been in. Whatever the situation, like you're leaving it, you're finally freeing yourself, Okay, and that really goes to that energy I was feeling with the King of Swords. It's like something just has to be done, a certain responsibility. Maybe it's a 2 week notice, for example, and you just have to finish the 2 weeks, and you're just going through the motions, in which to then free yourself to go to the next stage of things, whatever the situation is for you. But this isn't a great opportunity to reinvent yourself for some of you, and some of you it's just to expand yourself in a much more uplifting environment, uplifting world, uplifting opportunity. Further insight to that line, adjudication, again, it's that court energy, whatever legalities that you have to go through, certification, whatever, it's going to go in your favor, and you're going to be free to then get to the next steps of things. Let's see what else is happening here. We have the Two of Pentacles. I'm not surprised, especially with the Six of Pentacles here. This is like balancing your responsibilities. You've finished certain other things. You're forming a new understanding. You're trying to consider what needs your attention right now, what can wait. It's just figuring out those opportunities. If you're going to move in this direction of doing something versus this direction, you'll figure it out. But it's good to have this choice, and it's good to have the opportunity to actually even make these choices and interact with these choices. So you will have the freedom of choice and how to pursue this. Okay? Further clarification. See the Wheel of Fortune. I was going to say that again. I was going to say with the Two of Wands, it's like you're given, because of the Ace of Pentacles there, with the Two of Pentacles, it's like you're given carte blanche to just consider how you want to go about doing something. You have the Wheel of Fortune here, and you have the Wheel of Fortune again. So just rewind back, see, cross-reference, see exactly what I said. I'm trying to save some time. See exactly what I said about the Wheel of Fortune here. The universe is just saying, hey, we meant what we said. Okay? Favor is coming up for you now. You're going to have so much more freedom, more breath, more opportunity, more room to breathe and expand. Your business deals are going to go better. The people you're going to be interacting with is going to go better. Your savings are going to go better, because certain burdens are going to be lifted off of you, or you're coming out of certain things because you finished certain things. Now you're going to be able to move more smoothly, whatever the situation is for you. Further clarification, the Four of Cups. Because like I said, you were going through the motions, okay? And you're just waiting for this opportunity. You were waiting for the completion so that you can move forward. The universe is filling this cup, and now it's being filled, and it's now time for you to proceed. It's absolutely incredible. And you have a lot of favor that's going to be coming upon you. Further insight, coffin, that old way of certain things, it's going to be dead. And you're going to be moving, again, that death card, run back over here, it's said it all. This old way of doing things, how you have to go through certain things, it's dead and done, and you're moving on to a new life that is developing in the best possible way. Let's see what else is happening here. Queen of Cups, especially around here, okay, because you're going to have to use your discernment around here. You have the Thief card here, you have the Knight of Wands here. It's like you're going to be, like I told you, especially with the Knight of Wands, varying new environments, varying new people, varying new circumstances, very new responsibilities or roles or expectations or whatever. You're going to be juggling a lot of emotions, not just your own, but it's actually use your intuition, use your discernment, because it's not going to steer you wrong. Your intuition especially has brought you through this place, which you believe that you had to do, even you going on autopilot to get you through this place sometimes. Just trust yourself, okay? Focus on what you want, and you're not going to be steered wrong. Okay, you'll know the truth of the matter. You just need to continue to trust yourself. For the clarification, there you go. The King of Wands, and you have the charisma, you have the tenacity, the grit, you have the power now, especially with the King of Wands being able to assert yourself on so many, like call the shots. You're going to be garnering good loyal friends and good loyal associates and whatever have you, and really get to orchestrate and command how your new lifestyle, your new role is going to be, or how your new business is going to be, or whatever the situation is. You just have the confidence in yourself is what's coming through. You're going to be great, and you're going to be very respected too. For the clarification, literally. I literally just finished saying that because it was coming off so strong, Scorpio, especially with what I felt happening from the Queen of Cups. And again, the universe is saying literally what I just finished saying. Use your intuition. It has not said you're wrong. You're going to be very vibrant, very high. Listen to your higher self. That's what the High Priestess is, your intuition. That's where you're going to get all the answers to make all these decisions. See who's going to be allowed in your world and who is not. Okay? Scorpio, trust yourself. At this time, your intuition is going to be very high, especially in the month of September is what I'm hearing. Further insight, courtship. You'll know who you want to enter again. I just finished saying that. You'll know who you want in your world, and you'll know who you don't want to. You'll know who does not deserve your time. Okay, it's going to make all the difference. Just trust yourself. Let's see what else is happening here. Oh my gosh, you have all these royal cards coming up. I hope you noticed that because this is a major transformation in your life. The King of Cups. You're going to find peace in this, okay? Especially from here when it comes to all that intuition, and then you come over here when it comes to that leveling up with that focus, the main mind. You're going to have the Four of Pentacles here, a lot of strong foundation. You're going to have the Nine of Cups there, the Star card there. You're going to be at peace finally because everything's going to be moving forward in the way that you intended, okay? Certain people's going to go away and certain people's going to come. You're going to be calm. You're going to know. You're going to be very true with yourself. And some of you have some really good support structures happening here as well. It's absolutely incredible. Further clarification. Yep, there you go. The Six of Pentacles. That fair give and take. You know exactly where resources, time management, all that kind of go. And it's going to be fair. You're going to make sure it's fair. Okay? Further clarification. Yeah. The Nine of Wands, you're going to be diligent, very, very on point, very on the mark towards the next transition of this, what's happening here. And that's why I told you, this is a wish fulfillment here, but it's like a major juncture point towards the next thing. So this whole thing is not going to be over in this one reading. And you're being asked with the Nine of Wands, just continue the vigilance, because it's really making all the difference. There's much more to go, but you are going to be on the right track quite earnestly. Further insight into that line, we have, marriage, there you go. The right track, okay? You're going to be in partnership with people who love you, who respect you, who want to see you succeed. And this is going to be the people you choose from this line over here and moving forward with over here, okay? It's major. Some of you, this could be a relationship combined in business in some type of way, okay? So let's take a look at your angel message on this line over here, and we have within the next few months, of course, especially what's happening here, the investment was ever changing up in here. We already know that, and I told you this whole thing is not going to be in the entirety of the timeline of the reading, but there's some major changes happening in the timeline of the reading. The next line over here, and we have the answer is no. There's certain choices you're going to have to make. Just think about it, because you are making a lot of decisions in this line over here. Revine by cross-reference, see what was said. Certain things may not be like a no in this particular way, whereby it's just like straight out no. It's no with a reconsider how you want to go about it, or no, not yet. It doesn't mean necessarily an entirety of a no. Okay, that's what's coming through, especially because I know the other no card would have had an exclamation point. So something here, again, it's just how you're going to be thinking about it. Okay, don't go maybe with the first thing. Really consider, okay, what you want to focus on first versus what can wait. And we spoke about that in that line. Let's go over here and let's see what's happening in this line. We have romance. I mean, through here and here, we know something here is happening for some of you. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate level of romance. It could be romance in a way of close personal friendship, close personal collaboration, whatever. It very well could be romance though. But just use your intuition in this relationship if it's involving business for some of you. And over here we have get more information, which is fine because this is still development. You're still putting the building blocks, and this is not going to be done just yet. Okay, more information can't hurt, you know. And the universe said, take another card for the more information. Why not? And we have big happy changes. Yeah, there you go. Big happy changes happening here, especially with the marriage card and the wish fulfillment cards. This is the Nine of Cups and the Star card in this row. But it's like to understand more, to develop more. But this is absolutely awesome. Big happy changes. So Scorpio, this has been your money and career reading. Oh my gosh, the time is gone. Thank you for being here. I wish you the best. Bye.
Okay, that has been your reading. So excited. I really do hope that it was helpful, that it edified you, gave you some encouragement, some good advice in which to navigate whatever it is that you're dealing with right now and going through. I'm really wishing you all the best. Please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, consider becoming a Patreon member. It really does support the growth of the channel. So much things I would like to bring forth to you. Yeah, I think that's it. So stay great. Bye.